Pulling out the coupe in the lot. Going for 12 for a swat. Busting all the bells out the box. Hit the lick with the box. Had to put the stick in the box.
What's up, guys? Welcome to another video. So this past weekend I just turned 25 years old and I had an amazing birthday. I'm getting old, sadly.
My neck, my back, my neck and my back.
But, luckily I still look like a high schooler. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but had an amazing birthday. I was able to spend it with my family, my girlfriend, was able to FaceTime my grandparents in Chile, and overall it was great. Started off the day with a nice leg workout, and then after that I went to the soccer field and got some touches. So overall, very relaxing, chill day. And, since I just turned 25 years old, I thought I'd give like 5 tips of wisdom to, I guess, the younger generation or any young kids that are watching this channel or video. So hopefully you can benefit from this. Even maybe some of the older guys can, learn something. But I have a list right here that I got. And the first thing I'm going to say is just having fun, making sure you enjoy the journey and whatever you do. Since this is a football channel, soccer, make sure that you have fun when you're playing soccer. I see too many kids, their parents push them really hard, or they're just constantly, not having fun. They're more worried about the progress. But the reason why we get into this beautiful game is because it's fun. So try not to lose the fun out of this beautiful game, because at the end of the day, that's why we play it. And I feel like a lot of people get burnt out, due to coaches, parents, and, other things in life. So try to keep that, that fire and of like fun in the game, because that's going to keep you playing for the rest of your life. And at the end of the day, that's why I'm still playing. I love the game. Every time I step on the field, all my problems, all my stress just goes away. So that's the first one. And number 2, this is for pretty much everything. This is not just for soccer, but surround yourself with good people or successful people. And this is something, I try to tell everybody, is really surround yourself with, people who are really good, not just in soccer, but this can be applied in, outside of soccer. But surround yourself with successful people that maybe they're good at school, maybe they have a very successful business. And then also surround yourself with people that might, have a really good knowledge in the weight room, rehab and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, if you surround yourself with people that are constantly trying to get better, and they're pushing you to get better, I feel like that's the perfect group of friends and people that you want to be around, because you're only going to go up. You're going to go up with them. Instead, if you're hanging around with, people that just like to party, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with partying. I'm just saying the people that party all the time, and, people that just, they're not motivated. They don't want to, get better. They're, kind of lazy. Those are the people that they're like anchors in your life. They're going to bring you down. So, to keep it short, surround yourself with successful people and diversify that pool. You want to make sure it's not just successful people in one area. You want to make sure it's, people who are successful in multiple aspects in life, because if you have a diversified, group of people that are all good and successful, that's just going to only help you, because it's not only about football, soccer, there's more to it. You still have to, do well in life. You still have to maintain a good, healthy lifestyle. So having people who are well, knowledgeable in those fields, it could be very helpful. And that's why, I have a friend who's a professor, PhD student, very successful. I have friends that are about to graduate from physical therapy school. I have friends that are professional soccer players. And, I just have friends that are just amazing people that are constantly, pushing themselves to become better. And that's the reason why, I'm always striving and I'm pushing them as well. Because if you have a group of friends that are constantly checking up on each other, like, yo, how you doing? Like, they're teaching you this, like stuff that you lack in, they're teaching you, and then you can reciprocate and help them in different areas of their life. So that was another one. The third one is making sure you have a balance. I think if you need to have a balance in life, you can't go 100% in like certain things, because you'll burn out. And When I was younger, I used to just be 100% soccer all the time. I was training like 3-4 times a day for multiple hours. And, I was just working out all day, 7 days a week, nonstop. And don't get me wrong, it made me a great player. But at the same time, I felt, a little bit burnt out. And I noticed that I was getting these like little small injuries, nicks, and stuff like that. And, just make sure you have a balance. Make sure you go and enjoy some time with your family, enjoy some time with your friends. And, it's really good actually to, not think about football all the time. It's good to kind of disconnect for a little bit, because once you go back, like let's say you just, you go on that vacation, you don't play any soccer, you're going to miss it, and then once you go back, you're just like, you go hard again. And that's the reason why a lot of these professional athletes, they take those summer breaks so seriously, because they just really want to disconnect, because they're playing all year, and it's, very stressful because they have to perform a certain way. They gotta, there's all these different things and factors. So it could be very stressful, even though they're doing the thing they love. But it's good to kind of disconnect every once in a while. So make sure you have a good balance. Make sure you're spending time with your family, your friends, and doing things that, find a hobby that outside of, just football. Because like for me, I like to go on hiking. I like to take, pictures. I like to do, I like to even play video games. And, it's, those are things that are obviously not football related, but they're things that get my mind off it. And it's good to disconnect every once in a while. So always spend some time with your family and friends. I think it's great. And number 4, this is something that, it could relate to number 2, but never stay complacent. I think this is something that a lot of people, once let's say they make a certain team or a certain level, they get comfortable and they stop working as hard let's say you made the varsity team, they automatically stop working as hard as they did once they try to get on that team. And you just want to keep on going. Even if you made the varsity team, keep that same work ethic. Do not stop. You shouldn't just strive for varsity. You should strive to become like an All-American, or, and if let's say you make this academy team, now that you made it, don't stop working. Try to be the best player on that team. Try to get scouted. So never be complacent. That goes with anything, your job, your relationships, everything. Keep on working, keep on pushing yourself. Don't settle for the bare minimum. Keep pushing yourself, because you'd be surprised how far you can go. So just, keep on pushing, and you'd be surprised how far you can go. And the last one, take care of your body. So this is, something, since now I'm 25, I'm a little bit older, I noticed that I'm developing, a lot more smaller injuries more often. And that's because I think that the past year I learned a lot about my body, and it's just been a lot of stress. Keep in mind, I've been putting my body through a lot of training since I was 4 years old. I would say, obviously I wasn't hitting the gym as hard starting at 4 years old, but I've been playing a lot of sports since I was 4 years old. And, over time, by the time you get to 25, that's a lot of stress on your body. So making sure you're taking care of your body, doing this basics, getting 8 to 9 hours of sleep, staying hydrated, and fueling your body with the right foods. Those 3 things are huge, are like the base and foundation of what every athlete should be doing. And if you notice that you're getting hurt very frequently, like hamstring, like a hamstring strain, or even like small, like little injuries, see what you're doing wrong. Look at what you're, some things that you might be doing wrong. Let's say, am I getting those 8-9 hours of sleep? Am I hydrating enough? Or am I eating the right foods? And if any of those things are like not, you're not doing good in, try fixing it and see if that might make a difference. The moment I started trying to get at least 8 hours of sleep, I noticed that I stopped getting hurt. And that's one of the things I noticed, that my body was just not getting enough sleep. And sleep is one of the most important things for recovery. It's not just hydration. It's not just nutrition. Sleep is one of the pillars of recovery. And if that is lacking, you'd be surprised as you get older, you're going to need all three of those pillars to be, on point. So you can prevent any injuries. And some injuries are just inevitable. They happen. And, you just have to accept it. But you can prevent a lot of injuries just by making sure you're hydrating yourself, you're sleeping 8 to 9 hours, and you're eating the right foods. If you do those three things, I guarantee you your performance is just going to be on a whole new level. So that's, those are the 5 things that, I hope you guys can learn from, take away. But, there's a lot more things I would like to talk about, but maybe I could say, talk about it in the podcast that I have. So I'll leave that link down below if you want to listen to some things. I'm hoping to interview some really cool people. I have a lot of amazing people in my life, and I want, to introduce those people. And, I actually know this kid that plays over in France in League One. Hopefully I can, maybe get on a podcast with him or an interview to show you guys and maybe ask him some questions, what it took for him to get there to the next level. But those are some of the 5, things I felt I'd like to share with you guys. Hopefully you can take those things away and maybe apply them to your life. But yeah, just, take care of yourself, have fun, never stay complacent, and, spend a lot of time with family and friends. But I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Hope you guys enjoyed the rest of the video, and keep on letting your light shine. Be an inspiration to everybody out there. Be kind to one another, and show why, you should be, the light to people's life. So I'll see you guys in the next one.
Yeah. Big dog status. Yeah. Big dog status, I'm a big dog vet. I pull up on the block in a big